Now on CoastTV News.
Remembering those who are no longer with us, a memorial for those killed by gun violence.
A new women's homeless shelter is in Rehoboth Beach, how the community hopes to address a growing problem in the area.
Learning everyday police activities, how a local student discovered his passion for law enforcement through an internship program.
Well, the wintry winds are winding up once again. I'll have the latest on the brutal, breezy, and cold conditions.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Good evening. I'm Madeline Overtur.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with a somber reminder of those killed by senseless violence.
Happening right now, a memorial is taking place right off of Route 1. That's in Rehoboth Beach. And live with us there now is CoastTV News reporter Charles Reinert. Charles, it's for a very important cause.
Mallory, this vigil is just getting started here at Epworth Church, right off of Route 1 on Rehoboth Beach. If you take a walk with me over here now, you can see that people are starting to gather, and there's lights, there's candles lit right on the altar over there. Now, organizers told me that this vigil is to remember not only gun violence victims here in Sussex County, but also those killed at the Sandy Hook shooting 11 years ago. That anniversary is tomorrow. Now, it is a somber mood here tonight in this church, but organizers did tell me that regardless of what's going on in America and all of the senseless violence that America is facing, there is hope for change. I'm Charles Reinert in Rehoboth Beach, CoastTV News.
And this brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, what's the most effective way to address gun violence? Let's take a look at the results.
Take a look at your screen. You can see right now a majority of people, 49% say stricter laws, 29% say mental health support. Just changed on the air right there, 48% to 31%. So this is expected to change, Charlie, as the evening goes on.
Specifically, anytime we talk about guns, it is a hot button issue. I expect to see a lot of people voting in this poll. It's going to change throughout the evening. You can do that at coasttvnews.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. The House is expected to vote to formally authorize an impeachment inquiry into President Biden later today. And with a very slim majority, the vote is expected to pass. NBC's Alice Barr reports how today Hunter Biden was on the Capitol saying he's willing to testify before a House committee in public, not in the closed session that Republicans are demanding.
For what purpose does the
House Republicans today moving forward with an impeachment inquiry into President Biden, with a vote aimed at formalizing an investigation centered on so far unproven allegations that the president used political influence to enrich his son, Hunter Biden.
President Biden must be held accountable.
GOP members have yet to offer proof tying President Biden to his son's business dealings.
This is more like a what is it? Not a whodunit. We don't know what the crime is.
House Republicans argue that a formal impeachment inquiry will strengthen their access to more documents and testimony.
You're going to see a clear message from the House today for the White House to cooperate with this investigation.
The vote comes the same day Hunter Biden defied a House subpoena for a closed-door deposition. He came to Capitol Hill offering again to testify publicly.
I'm here today to make sure that the House committee's illegitimate investigations of my family do not proceed on distortions, manipulated evidence, and lies.
House Republicans say they'll move to hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress. The younger Biden has already been indicted on felony charges of failing to pay his taxes on time and separate gun possession charges. Today, he acknowledged being extremely irresponsible with his finances during the depths of his battle with addiction. He thanked his parents for saving his life and was adamant.
My father was not financially involved in my business.
Mr. President, should your son have defied the subpoena?
President Biden has firmly denied wrongdoing while standing by his son. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
The impeachment investigation comes as President Biden faces an already tough 2024 re-election bid with lagging poll numbers and crises around the world.
Staying in Washington, the Supreme Court has agreed to hear a case concerning the dispute over an abortion pill. The justices will hear arguments early next year, with a ruling due by the end of June. That decision could decide whether the drug remains easily available, They're asking the court to limit access to the drugs, even in states where abortion remains legal. This is the first abortion-related case to come before the court since it voted 6-3 to overturn Roe v. Wade last year.
We're taking a live look into Ocean City, we're taking a live look into Rehoboth Beach now, as you can see. Let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams on our First Alert weather. Good evening.
Well, you know what, to be honest, Charlie, it doesn't matter if you go to Rehoboth or Ocean City. It's the same story all the way around. We have a serious amount of cold that's in place that could pose a problem for us, especially for those who don't have access to shelter. Once again, a lot of the shelters are open for the purple situation. If you have the availability, please try to volunteer to help. But back to the forecast, we're looking at a hard freeze, a possibility for us on Thursday as well as Friday, even more so on Friday now with the latest model run. The bottom line here is we're talking about a kind of cold that could be dangerous because look at what it's going to feel like. At 6:30, we're going to drop and feel like 24 to 25 degrees. Then for Thursday going into Friday, we're into the 20s once again. So we're going to stay in the 20s for about 3 days in a row before we come out of this cellar. We'll talk about that and the possibility that we could have a First Alert day coming up over the weekend. But for right now, back to you, Maddie.
Paul, thank you. Denrec is restarting a long-awaited dredging project at the start of the new year. It's along the Assawoman Canal and White Creek. The dredging project first saw work done in early 2023, but it had to pause due to environmental concerns. The aim of the projects is to improve boating navigability on the two important waterways connecting numerous communities to the Indian River Bay. It had been over 20 years since White Creek was last dredged and nearly a decade since the Assawoman Canal was dredged.
Everybody on the creek and the canal have been waiting for this for a long time, and we're happy they're back. And, hopefully everything goes smooth and we can get this done and it'll benefit everyone.
These dredging projects are expected to be done by late winter or early spring 2024.
Speaking of water, the South Bethany Canal Water Quality Committee will be holding a meeting on December 18th at 10 a.m. The committee will be discussing the overall water quality within South Bethany and also the canal maintenance program. The people of South Bethany will have an opportunity to discuss these topics during the meeting.
The town of Fenwick Island also meeting on December 18th, starting at 9 a.m. They're talking about a possible noise ordinance at music venues. The public will have a chance to voice their opinion about this possible change during that meeting.
Happening now, the first ever women's homeless shelter in Rehoboth Beach is open for the colder months. The addition to the Lutheran Church for Our Savior comes after much concern for that growing homeless population in the area. The shelter is an extension of Code Purple with the help of St. Jude's in Lewis. Supplies as well as a cot will be provided to women who come. Volunteers at the church say they're just happy to be able to help.
We feel that it was a miracle because it just happened so quick and everything that we needed to make it happen was there. So it really was a miracle.
The church is looking for more volunteers to help host overnight stays and checking in guests.
A Cape Henlopen High School senior is getting a head start on his law enforcement career. Benjamin Clifton is currently the Rehoboth Beach Police Department intern. For 2 or 3 hours a week, Clifton shadows an officer and learns different law enforcement tasks like running radar, sitting in a ride-along you see here, and searching through evidence and more. This is the 10th time the department has been running the program, and Clifton says he's grateful for the internship because it made him realize he wants to pursue a job in law enforcement.
Service is the big thing about this job is helping people in whatever way. That's the most important thing because people need help in the community.
The Rehoboth Beach Police Department says with police staffing numbers down across the county, internships like this one are important to help grow the field of law enforcement.
Actor Andre Braugher died Monday after a brief illness, according to his publicist. Braugher was best known for his role in Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Homicide: Life on the Street. He won his first Emmy as an actor in 1998 for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series for Homicide. Braugher's second Emmy came for his work on the 2006 FX miniseries Thief. He was also nominated 4 times for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brower was just 61 years old.
Make sure you pull out your phones and scan this QR code. That's for our First Alert Weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need, and you'll see that QR code a little later again with Paul.
Coming up, today marks National Hot Cocoa Day, the history behind the festive drink.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to have a little cocoa today because, listen, the cold steps up before Santa steps out. We'll have more on the cutting cold conditions in a moment.
But first, nearly 2 million Teslas have been recalled. The reason behind this high number, that story up next.
There's a joy that comes with building your new home. The progress, the completion, and the move-in. At Berica, we specialize in building strong, energy-efficient homes. Custom built in our factory and finished on your lot. Start online today at bericahomes.com.
Est-ce que vous connaissez visiter docteur régulièrement capable d'aider vous avec conditions santé comme tension, sucre, ça relève diabète là.
Ou capable prendre avantage de dépistage important tant que cancer capable de de détection et de traitement bonheur.
Docteur primaire capable aider à jouer avec tout vaccin c'est pour nous contrôler santé et empêcher maladie sérieuses avant de commencer. Après trop de temps, quitter Community Behavioral Health aider aux joindre un docteur famille et puis prendre première étape pour une plus bonne santé.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz with a safe driving tip for you. Multitasking is a good thing, right? You get more done in less time. But as a personal injury attorney, I think multitasking is a great risk to your health and safety. When you're behind the wheel, don't do anything in addition to driving your car because you will risk getting in an accident. Focus on the road ahead, keep yourself and others safe, and if you have been injured in an accident, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
There's a joy that comes with building your new home. The progress, the completion, and the move-in. At Berica, we specialize in building strong, energy-efficient homes. Custom built in our factory and finished on your lot. Start online today at bericahomes.com.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Tesla is recalling nearly 2 million cars to limit the use of its autopilot feature. This comes after a review of nearly 1,000 crashes in which the feature was engaged. The update would limit the auto steer feature if a driver repeatedly fails to demonstrate that they're ready to resume control of the car while the feature is on. In a recent Washington Post investigation, auto assist was used when it should not have been in at least 8 serious accidents, and that includes some fatalities.
New today, poison control centers are seeing an uptick in calls related to accidental overdoses of semaglutide. That's the injected medication used for diabetes and weight loss. From January through November, poison centers reported nearly 3,000 calls involving semaglutide. That's a more than 15-fold increase since 2019. Signs of a semaglutide overdose include dizziness, shakiness, chills, impatience, weakness, fatigue, seizures, and confusion.
In regional news, Maryland State Police are investigating a deadly crash that happened here at the intersection of Route 50 and Caleb Road in Berlin. Police say 74-year-old Linda Hopkins of Ocean City died in the crash for unknown reasons. Police say Hopkins was traveling westbound on Route 50 in a Dodge minivan around 11:30 this morning and drifted off-road and struck a tree. Police say Hopkins was alone and later pronounced dead on the scene, and police are unsure what caused the crash. They are still investigating.
The icy air arrives tomorrow morning. I'll have the details on just how cold will be in just a moment.
Discover Coastal Delaware's ultimate senior living experiences at the Lodges of Coastal Delaware. With locations in Rehoboth Beach or Lewis, you can dive into a world of sun, sea, and sand every day. Whether independent living, assisted living, or memory care, here residents enjoy a lively community of friends, laughter, and endless activities. Savor amazing food or grab a drink. The possibilities are endless. Join us and ride the wave of senior living at its finest. No matter the lifestyle you're seeking, we've got options for you.
From everyone at Bennett Termite and Pest Solutions, we'd like to say thank you for your continued loyalty and faith in us. While we continue to put our best fleet forward, put your feet up and have a well-deserved rest this Christmas. And let every day of the holiday season be filled with joy. And remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Extend the patio season and outdoor family fun with Tyndall's Casual Furniture. Hang out with friends around cozy fire pits and comfortable, high-quality furniture brands like Casual Comfort, Pollywood, Telescope, and North Cape. And don't forget to protect your investment with durable, breathable, and water-resistant covers. Enjoy now and pay later with 100% financing available on all in-stock furniture. For over 40 years, locally owned, Delmarva grown. Tyndall's Casual Furniture in Laurel and Lewis, Delmarva's outdoor furniture experts.
We decided to do upgrades on our house that we had built ourselves. We were looking for a particular company that would be on the same page we were as far as craftsmanship and take pride in a job well done. Now we're having the bathroom done, and we went with Spicer Brothers. I've never seen anything as fast and as efficient.
Unbelievable how quick he is, and for a one-man show.
He has a passion for his craft, and he's so efficient. We're just so tickled to death to have him.
So before you sign, keep Bass by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Wow! It looks great in here! Hey, Mark! I'm here to help, buddy!
Sounds good! We're a little short-staffed.
No problem! I brought my crew!
Well, why not? Let's get started! Everybody needs a hot tub. Yeah! Who doesn't need a pool toy?
Hey, put it back! So what you got here?
It's a Finley O sauna for all your aches and pains. Yeah! So come see us at our new showroom, Pools and Spas Unlimited of Milford.
Why not?
We have the kind of cold that is going to be problematic because we're looking at 3 days in a row well below freezing. By the way, be sure you take out the time to scan the QR code at the corner of your screen here, because that's going to keep you updated on just how cold it's going to be in your neighborhood when you walk out of the door, specifically for your doorstep. No kidding. That's just how detailed it is. So let's take a look at our current conditions. Absolutely gorgeous skyline. It looks good, just doesn't feel all that hot. Literally and figuratively. We're at 48 degrees, but it feels a lot cooler than that. We'll drop from 44 by 6 o'clock, down to 40 by 8 o'clock, down to 38 with clear skies by 9 o'clock. We do have a small craft advisory in effect along the shore from Lewis down towards Ocean View, also down towards Chincoteague, watching out for 25-mile-per-hour winds. And the wind's going to continue to pick up, especially with the winds coming out of the northwest. That's going to be a very cutting and uncomfortable wind. Cold front has already pushed through. We have a trough just to our west. So at most, I'm looking at some additional cloud cover. That trough really is looking more bark than bite. Here's a look at the temps at this hour. We're at 42 in Lewis, 44 in Milton, 44 also in Delmar and in Seaford, as well as Milford. Now, what does it feel like? Pretty close to the same thing. Feels a little cooler for us in Delmar, but other than that, the winds aren't too much of a problem thus far. We've had some gusts that we've recorded between 15 to even 22 miles per hour out of the northwest. Our boardwalk forecast, if you're going to be out on the boardwalk, bundle all the way up. We're looking at 42, 41, and 8 o'clock, 40 degrees, 38 by 9 o'clock, and 38 by 10 o'clock. But calculate these winds in there, so it's going to feel like freezing, freezing, more freezing, and freezing again, okay? Thursday morning, we start off 32, 31 degrees. Thursday afternoon, more sunshine, but highs a piddly little 43 degrees. And then for Friday morning, we start off at about 34 degrees, still cold, a couple of degrees warmer. But then we will kind of warm out a little bit. We'll thaw out a little bit for us by Friday with 54 degrees. Now, that's the northern portion of our viewing area. What's going to feel like 24 on Thursday. It's going to feel like 27 on Friday morning. And it's going to feel like 29 on Saturday morning. So we have 3 more days of this crazy cold feel outside. Focusing on the southern portions of our viewing area, 31 the starting point for Thursday morning in Salisbury, Willard, Snow Hill in those areas, 43 to 42 degrees the range for Thursday afternoon. Friday we wake up to 34 degrees, and then Friday afternoon we warm to like 55, so a little bit of relief there towards Ocean City. Bottom line is this, 27 for tonight with fast dropping temps. Tomorrow, plenty of sun, but even more cold for tomorrow. We're 10 degrees warmer for Friday, so not quite as cold, but a good deal of sunshine. Finally, Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. We'll warm nicely over the weekend, but we'll also catch some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Maybe at first alert day Sunday going into Monday. We're still waiting to see how those numbers crank out at least one more day.
Thank you, Paul. According to the Salisbury Mayor's office, those living on South Pinehurst Avenue between Riverside Drive to Russell Avenue, they're going to experience a water outage December 20th from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. In case of a weather delay, that outage would be rescheduled for December 21st during the same hours. The mayor's office says that this outage is necessary for essential maintenance and upgrades to the water infrastructure.
Staying in Salisbury, the city has announced the hiring of Rob Frampton as the city's new fire chief. Frampton is a 24-year veteran of the Salisbury Fire Department and has served the department in several roles, including as assistant chief and most recently as acting deputy chief. In a press release from the city, Frampton said, quote, "This is what I have worked towards my whole life, so there is a tremendous amount of pride," end quote.
We salute Burl Pettyjohn Jr., a World War II veteran. Burl dedicated his service as a maintenance engineer stationed in Burma, India in the early 1940s. His contributions were vital in supporting military operations during a pivotal time in history.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to CoastTVSalutes.com.
You know, Brian, the best thing about living in Maryland and Delaware is that we can use our decks year-round.
And Nikki, Paul Davis still has time to install 10 more decks before Christmas.
Sign me up. Paul Davis's AZEC decks are the best. They don't fade or crack, even in the winter.
Our customers love our decks, and our crews are ready to install your deck so you can enjoy the holidays. Call now for your free estimate, and we'll include a fire pit free with your new deck.
Now that is a good holiday.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. We are the difference makers. Weather is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling, the difference makers.
The Powerball jackpot is always a lot of money. Right now, it's a lot of money. Powerball is over $500 million.
That's a lot of money.
Please play responsibly.
Beauty's hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Voted the #1 golf course in Maryland by our players. Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. Local residents receive discounted rates and earn points that can be used for free golf with our local rewards program. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com today. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game.
Ever have a day that just couldn't get any worse? Meet Tyler, the champion of chaos.
Having a day that's gone from bad to worse. When life throws you a string of unfortunate events, the Law Office of Trapp Nickel is here to provide a helping hand. Our experienced workers' compensation team is here to fight for your rights and help shape your misfortune into meaningful compensation.
If you've been injured at work, don't wait. Get the justice you deserve.
The Law Office of Trapp Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
Late Night with Seth Meyers. Late nights on Coast TV.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote. Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
Happening right now, the Milton Public Library is working with Operation Warm to give away free coats for kids. Kids can receive a free winter coat at the Milton Public Library right now until Friday, that's December 15th. Make sure to bring your child to the library and pick out which size fits best.
A drive-through food giveaway is coming to Delmar next week. A community drive-through will be held at Grow in Grace Worship Center on the Bi-State Boulevard in Delmar. For people to receive food, the drive-through will begin on Monday, that's December 18th at noon.
Santa has stopped by Bridgeville tonight until 7 p.m. at 401 Market Street. Kids can enjoy meeting Santa, all while enjoying a free hot cup of cocoa by the fire. And if you can't make it tonight, don't worry, Santa will also be there on Saturday, December 16th.
And you know, speaking of hot cocoa, today is National Hot Cocoa Day, observed every year December 13th. Americans frequently use the terms hot cocoa and hot chocolate interchangeably, but hot chocolate is actually different. It's made from ground chocolate containing cocoa butter mixed with hot milk. Experts believe humans began consuming the coca plant for as long as 5,000 years. It was most likely domesticated in the upper Amazon region and spread northward.
I learned something new today. This holiday season brings tons of fun activities for people of all ages. Hot cocoa, hot chocolate, and looking at all the lights. We want to see your photos and videos just like this one. This is from the Parsons Market in Dagsboro. They say Merry Christmas from our home to yours. I love that. Thank you so much for sending. And if you want to send us yours, take a look here. CoastTVnews.com/holidayhouse. Send us your photos and your videos.
You know, Maddie, I learned something new there too. And the Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing. Already, how about this number? We've collected more than $206,000 to help provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without. But as we all know, this year is creating hardship for many more people, and the need for help is going to be even larger. Here's a look at some people who have already helped.
Thank you, everyone who has donated to this year's Bless Our Children campaign. 2023 proving to be quite a generous year. We want to thank right now Dave and Shirley Rotondo from Selbyville, Delaware. They say, wishing you all the best this Christmas, holiday, and all year. Thank you, Rotondo family, for your donation. If you want to help, please go to blessourchildren.org.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders.
Transform your outdoor space with Backyard Works. We are Sussex County's one call for all your fence, deck, handrail, pergolas, shower, and trash enclosure needs. Locally owned and operated, we make all our vinyl and aluminum fence right here in Harbison, Delaware, from American-made manufacturers. Cut out the middleman and deal direct. As a TimberTech Platinum deck dealer, our trained team will professionally install your deck that will last a lifetime. Give us a call and let us make your backyard work.
Windsor Teak of Falmouth Island offers over 100 different teak tables, over 24 different extension tables featuring self-storing leaves. They come in 2 different heights, dining and counter, plus 2 different widths and 2 different shapes, oval and rectangular. Extension tables start at 66 inches long and go up to 138 inches long and can seat from 6 to 16 people. Plus, over 36 different folding tables. Our drop leaf folding tables can be used with 1 or 2 leaves up. When both leaves are folded down, you can store the tables into 7 inches of space. The drop leaf tables come in 3 different heights, dining, counter, and bar, and come in 4 different shapes, oval, round, rectangular, and square. Don't forget to check out the non-folding tables, coffee and side tables, and buffet tables. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak. Or visit our website at windsorteakfurniture.com. And remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
Moments like this, you're faced with an important question. If a ball lands in a cup and no one else sees it, does it count? You bet your sweet 5-iron it does. Somewhere to smile about. Ocean City, Maryland. Oh wait, he's still going. Okay. Nice.
Get the CoastTV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app, brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Our gift to you. Enjoy Christmas music on The Duck, your Christmas variety station.
Take a look at your exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. Watch out for the rain Sunday, Monday.
Well, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition's happening now.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.